Devontae, Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Some good Christmas presents for the Bucs, man. It's pretty good.
Indeed.
Good.
Hey, Jameis, was asking Dirk about your passion is obviously one of your great characteristics, but Dirk was even suggesting there are times when emotion and passion can maybe turn into a negative. Is that a lesson you've got to learn in terms of on the field when you're starting to get into an argument with Aaron Donald or something like that? Is that something you got to start to channel a little bit better?
Yeah. And I apologize to the team because it's not really emotion and passion. That has nothing to do with the play. It's just when you're doing that, it takes away from the actual game plan. And I got to stop that. I can't be arguing with the refs and they're calling the play. But
we're trying to.
That's something that I learned. But that game, it's just a big game. I ain't want nobody to take away from us. And that's all.
There's a couple games that you guys have run the ball really well to start games, and for whatever reason, just haven't gone down and scored, I guess. And some of the passing part aspects of it, especially last week, were off. So, what is that recipe or the secret formula to get you in a rhythm quicker to where you guys,
Just gotta execute.
both run and throw?
Just gotta execute. Doug is always gonna do what he does. On third downs, we gotta execute. The first 2 third downs, I just missed guys that were open. And that's why I took the blame for that. The past 2 weeks, third downs have been on our low point. When after week 4, third downs have been one of our better situations that we're good at. So obviously we gotta hone in on the third downs this week and just build up of it.
You guys have got some strong veterans on both sides of the ball, but do you feel like as the season's gone along, maybe the team's taken on a little bit of your personality as well?
I would hope so. Just because I love them, and hopefully their love for me is showing. I go to war for any one of them, and hopefully they'll go to war for me. But when it comes to when you being yourself, people they follow that. But one thing I learned about a great leader creates great leaders. Not just great followers. So I definitely have a long way to go to definitely get everybody to have the same mentality or to be able to follow me.
James, did you learn that from a specific person or a book?
Yeah, I was after that game. My uncle just sent me a text. I always viewed leaderships. I mean, you're not a great leader unless you have great followers. But he said you're not a great leader unless you can create other great leaders. And I think on this team with all the different roles that people play on this team, we can have so many different leaders in different positions.
Jameis, it came out yesterday that Gerald's been playing with a rotator cuff injury. Obviously, he had the surgery on his hand. You guys probably knew more about it than we did. Talk about seeing this guy going out there, every day and battling, trying to help you guys get into the playoffs, and what that meant to you as a rookie looking to a veteran leader.
It was, that's great, but that's what you're expected to do in this league. And Gerald, he's been here a long time. And just he has it. He has that it factor. That's why he's one of the faces of this franchise. And that's what other people like. You just show the young guys like this is what you're expected to do. Logan Mankins and Gaz, they're getting older. So they get in the hot tub. They getting their body right all the time. And injuries are just a part of this game. And people like Gerald, you should take note of that and just fight through them. Fight through them and keep out.
James, I know it's a team goal is to win the next 2 games, and that'll take precedent, but there is some individual things to fight for, like Doug Martin getting a rushing title. What would it mean to your offense, and how much do you think that'll kind of be an added motivation next week?
It'll mean a lot, because we want to finish this season strong. Having that in your back corner, that's great. It shows what this offense is compared to last year to this year. We're way better, and that's just we got way better people around us. But Doug is just having an amazing year, and like I said, the guys that make the Pro Bowl, it makes us look good as a whole family. Even you guys look good when we have guys that are working their tail off to make it to the Pro Bowl. Obviously, our ultimate goal here is to make it to the Super Bowl, make the playoffs. But when you got guys like that, it just shows where the program is going.
Jameis, how much has Doug's season taken the ease off of you and made being a rookie quarterback easier, just having him produce the way he has week after week?
Well, you know, when you have a great running back and a great offensive line, it makes your quarterback's job a lot easier anyway. You know, and that's one thing you gotta give the Coach Cutter, you know, from bringing that run game, and Coach Hawk. You know, when you establish the run game, it puts you in a great situation to win a game. And Doug has won a lot of games for us with his great runs.
With 2 games left, you're almost at the end of your rookie season. Anything surprise you through this process to this point?
It's a lot of things that may have caught me off guard or whatever. But, you know, after the season, I sit back and I reflect on it and I learn from it. You know, but as the week-to-week basis, my main thing is, when I said the first week, is just eliminating the negatives and building on the positives. You know, after each game, I watch the film, but I just can't really reflect on it and think on my progress or what this season may have been like for me yet, because it's not that time. You know, we still got to win games. We still got to finish. And I'm definitely not the person to just be thinking about my individual goals and what I learned when I got to lead a team to some victories.
A lot of teams had interest in you before the draft. The Bears were one of the teams that brought you in for a visit before the draft. Can you recall anything about that? I'm sure you were on a lot of flights and going to a lot of different places.
It was a great trip. You know, I love the city of Chicago. A lot of history with the Bears, football-wise, and it was just amazing. I got a chance to catch up with Chris Jones, ex-player at Florida State. You know, so it was just good. I'm telling you, man, from January when I declared to now, it's just been a surreal moment for me. I really ain't thought about. I haven't looked back. After this season, I will get a chance to do that.
Anything about the Bears' defense is challenging to you this week?
They just have a great defense. They're actually 3rd in the league in pass, defending against the pass. You know, so definitely got to get Doug going again, and I know he's gonna be ready, and we're gonna be ready as well.
Jameis, if you could ask Santa for one thing for Christmas, what would it be?
If I could ask Santa one thing for Christmas, I just take away some of my losses. You know, give us some wins so we can be in the playoffs, man. You know, that's the worst thing, is sitting at home and watching other people play. And that's probably what's gonna eat me alive most than anything else.